Hey everybody, welcome back to the game plan. My name is Lorenzo. If you're new here, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in news and politics reactions and also police reactions that I do on the weekends. Today we're actually going to be looking at Candace Owens. She's been doing a bunch of live feeds every day, Monday through Friday, for the most part. And what I wanted to do is kind of clip together some things that really caught my attention that I've wanted to talk about in regards to the Charlie Kirk investigation, and as well as other things that she's been speaking on in regards to her personal situation with her, somebody attempting to take away her life that she claims is the French government. Let's see what clips I have, and this may be a couple different clips, or this may be a couple different videos, just because there's quite a few episodes that she's had, and certain things caught my attention, and I saved them on my phone to make sure that I speak on these things and basically share these things to everybody, because a lot of people out there get overwhelmed on listening or seeing Candace Owens, especially because she's doing 1 hour live streams. And I want to make sure the most important things that she's saying or has said are really getting out there to people, because a lot of comments I have been getting every time I post things about Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, everything that's going on with Turning Point USA. People are commenting certain things and they're like not knowing the answer, but they've already been answered with proof on Candace's show. And that's why I want to bring up some things and share it with everybody. And let's jump right into it. And just to let you guys know, if you guys want to see the whole video of Candace Owens in this particular video, it's episode 260. And you guys can watch that, and that's where I took these two clips from. Let me know what you guys think.
Telling the truth is a very easy thing to do when you have a microphone. And if you don't want to tell the truth, it just makes you look more suspicious. And I can give you an example of that. There was some kid who was wearing green at this UVU event, right? They looked kind of shady. There was a ton of rumors. We got a bunch of emails, but I never covered it on the show because I didn't think there was anything beyond the fact that he looked kind of shady in a green hoodie. And I think it was yesterday, Sam Parker was like, who are these guys? And I can't get a clear image of this person. I then respond to him like, here's a clear image of this person. The actual person wearing the green hoodie then responds very quickly. He's like, that's me. Sorry, I dress weird. I think he's on the soccer team at UVU. And that's it. It's over. And nobody is talking about the green hoodie. Here he is, Colby Sessions. Hey guys, this is me. My teammate and I were just on campus to get food and stop by the event. We always wear silly stuff like that. Sorry guys. That's it. How easy, right? How easy. He's not like, I'm a victim. Call a lawyer. I can't believe somebody asked a question. I can't believe there's interest in this event where an assassination took place. No, people are asking because they're well-meaning, and he just comes right back and answers it, and it's over.
That's so simple. If I was at that event and, Candace Owens came out here and started saying, oh, there was this guy that was wearing this, this, and that, and he was being suspicious, kind of doing this, walking away or carrying his phone, or after Charlie got shot, something, and it was me who she was talking about, then, and I'm an innocent person and I have nothing to hide, it would be right of me to say, hey, Candace, hey, everybody in the world, I am not suspicious. This is why I was there. This is what happened. Why is it so hard just to give the truth of what happened in your particular situation at the event? Now, there's been quite a few, like Mikey McCoy hasn't reached out. He deleted so many things online. Like, there's too many red flags. Like, what are you trying to protect yourself from? What are you trying to hide? What are you trying to do when someone's saying, hey, you're acting suspicious, and then your next move is, let me be even more suspicious and delete everything and not respond or clarify anything? And this is why I am more inclined to believe Candace Owens. And, if you guys caught that really quick when Candace brought it up on screen, the actual message from the kid, if you see in the comments, some girl or some lady was like, Candace, she hashtag Candace and said, hey, does he get an apology? Are you going to say sorry? Like, for what? because Candace Owens is asking questions, and she's saying, hey, this particular person is being suspicious for whatever reason because she perceives it that way, why would she apologize? She's not attacking anybody. She's not going after anybody. She's not going after Charlie Kirk's legacy. She's not going after Turning Point USA. She's not going after Erica Kirk. She's not going after anybody. She is simply asking questions. And when people don't want to answer those questions, or if questions turn into more other questions, it is her right to be asking until she can figure out what's going on. Especially when we have, a police agency in this country that is not giving us any information or details, and we're not waiting 20 years to say, hey, should we release the Charlie Kirk files? No.
They're angry at people who are investigating Charlie's death and catching them in lies. That's why she's mad. She's mad because she lied about me on her podcast, and I called it out, okay? If you don't lie on me, I won't have to call it out. If you don't tell lies about things that took place, about things that were happening at Turning Point USA, at the reason why Charlie wanted a Doge as she did. Oh, we do this no, you don't do a Doge every year. You want to know how I know that? Because Doge didn't exist before Elon Musk. So it's like, what are you saying? They want us to pretend we're really dumb. And it's emotionally manipulative for them to be like, that's how you honor Charlie. Pretend to be an idiot. Pretend to not know how accounts work. Pretend to not know what it means when we say certain things and then change our stories multiple times. Pretend like it's just beyond the pale that Candace would suggest that we're engaging in a cover-up. Yes, I did say that. I didn't say that Mikey murdered Charlie Kirk. I said Turning Point is engaged in a cover-up because that is literally the only reason that people lie. Anytime you lie, it's because you're covering up the truth. You're engaging in a cover-up, even if it's a white lie. Even if I say, I'm trying to surprise a friend for a birthday party, and I tell her, I'm the only one that's going to be there, meet me here, it's a lie because I'm covering up a certain truth, right? That is what lies are for. There is no other reason to lie unless you're covering something up. So when you lied about the Catholicism thing, it wasn't because you murdered Charlie Kirk, Alex. It was because likely you guys were more concerned with your Christian Zionist donors and also pressure from your Jewish donors. And so you just lied to cover up the truth about where Charlie was at. Turning Point USA is telling a lot of lies. They're engaged in a cover up. I said it. I am putting my name on that. I will not be apologizing for what I said. Come forth with the truth or don't, okay? And if you don't, we're just going to keep investigating and see how you feel about it.
And I completely agree. Now, the truth is so hard for so many people. I've met so many people in my life, and witnessing people, interacting with other people, and, me knowing the truth of certain things and hearing the lies coming out of people's mouths, in my mind says, why? Why do you need to lie and cover certain things up when being fully transparent is the best, alternative? It's it should be the only alternative, honestly, because later on down the road, the truth eventually comes out. And with this particular situation, we can't wait until later on. Like I said earlier, we don't want the Charlie Kirk files. We need to know what the hell is going on right now. Because if there's a lot of people that were in on this, we need to put these people in jail. Candace Owens is doing the greatest thing right now. And where would we would be in such a worse place, because if we didn't have Candace Owens, the voice of Candace Owens, to be out here asking these questions, we would just have so many just YouTubers and just regular everyday Americans questioning, asking why, and then moving on with their day. She is not giving up. And this is why that everybody is attacking her, because they know that the ones that are attacking her are either too blind to really see the suspicion of so many things that surrounded this whole, investigation, the whole everything that has to do with Charlie Kirk. And it's crazy to think that they wouldn't want to believe something that's suspicious when so many other things in the past has happened with other individuals. Martin Luther King, JFK. I mean, nobody even questioned President Trump's shot to the ear. People like threw that under the bus and moved on with life. Like, what? Oh yeah, some kid went on the roof. Why? Was he doing it alone? What other information is there? Don't tell me that's it. There has to be more. You can't tell me that some kid got a gun, went on the roof, and was able to shoot the President of the United States of America? What kind of crap security do we have in this country? That makes our whole country look like garbage compared to everybody else in the world. And we're supposed to be the greatest country in the world? Think about it a little bit. Think about it a bit. Ask questions. People should be. Don't be afraid. People are afraid to ask questions. I can understand why people would be afraid too. But sometimes you have to risk your life. Sometimes you have to risk your family's life in order to find the truth. And if that means really asking questions, the hard questions to expose these then so be it. I'm sick and tired. And everybody that's sick and tired of this, of having people lie to us, of feeding us lies, when it's clear that, the truth is out there. There's just things that do not make sense. We keep pressing so much that we squeeze them out and expose them. It's going to happen. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Till next time. Peace out, everybody. This was for Charlie.